Roxy May here, and I am so glad that you are joining me today. I hope you had a fabulous weekend and that you got to be able to go outside and do things, spend time with your family, relax, rest, most importantly, as we begin this new week. Um, I had a great weekend, just had some things I had to get done. I was working on my goals, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. And just had a really good weekend. Nothing really to complain about. So outside of the usual, right? But really don't have anything to complain about. So today there's two things I wanted to do. I wanted to talk about motivation and goals, which I think it's very appropriate during this time. And then I'm going to be applying, right now I've got my face on except my eyeshadow. And I'm going to be putting on the new palette from Too Faced. I don't know if you can see it or not. Hopefully I've got it pretty centered for you. And it's a very pretty palette. Let's see if I can put it up even higher. Maybe if I did it sideways, huh? What do you think? Okay. I'll be doing that as well. So why don't you come along with me? I'm going to be putting my eyeshadow on and we'll get started, and I will start talking at the same time about goals and stuff. So let me go ahead and get my brush that I want to use. Now you have to forgive me, I don't have my glasses on, so things might be a little bit fuzzy. So I'm going to start with this pink one. I decided to go with the pink and that color. So, and you know, the thing about it, their names aren't really, it's Cotton Candy, so we'll go with Cotton Candy. They're not written on the box, so I can't see on the front. Anyways, so, you know, I told you last week that I had set some goals, and one of the goals I set was to work on my health, which I have been doing this last week. And I'm not going to say who they are, but I joined an online eating program, and I'm about to join a gym to see if I can at least work on the muscles that I'm not having issues with temporarily until I know what's going on with my other areas, which are causing me a lot of pain right now. And so I've been working on that this week, and I'm going to say it's been challenging because I've been down this road before with regards to my health and my eating. And if you're like me at all, you may have done it yourself a few times where you get to you lose some weight and then something distracts you or something happens and it's just difficult to get back on track, and then you fall off the wagon, so to speak, and then you don't do it anymore and you go back to old ways. The thing that caused me to fall off the wagon was when I went on vacation in May. Well, I don't want you all to think I go on vacation. I don't. This was to see my kids and my grandkids. So, I did. I fell off the wagon there. My son's an excellent cook, and I kind of had to, I ate what they ate. I didn't want to have him make me anything extra or special because I wanted to be with the family and eat with the family, and that was my choice. But I caught myself buying things I shouldn't buy to eat, and it went downhill from there. And so this is very light, very light. I don't know if I made the best choice with this. Trying, people, trying. Keep thinking if I add more, it'll give me more of a color. So anyways, that's what threw me off my wagon the last time, and I had gained weight. I gained all the weight I lost. Then I gained some more. So now I'm in a pickle. to where if I don't lose weight, like, well, I'll just be honest. So I have a lot of back issues, and some people may know that and some people may not. And right now they're looking at potentially maybe having to repair something that I was born with. And because now I'm having pain from it. And so it's one of those things, I mean, I go back and forth with it because every person I've ever talked to about having back surgery really doesn't have anything positive to say other than I've heard they're just bad surgeries to have, or bad this and that and that. So, and I have heard every one of those complaints and stuff, and it's just challenging. It's challenging when you've been told one area of your back there's nothing we can do. You're kind of stuck with it. It's part of life. Unfortunately, yours hit sooner than others normally do, and probably from my previous profession did not help things. And so anyways, to say all that, because of the weight I am at now, and I even embarrassed to say this, I don't even know if I should say this, but I'll just say it. Because of the weight I am at now, it would be in my better interest if I lose weight before they do surgery, if they do it, if there's a potential they think will help fix things. And in fact, I was told, now I'm going to do this other one, which is, let me just see what it is. I believe it's Love and Light, right? I don't know. I'm kind of confused on what's what. That may have been Flirt that I just put on. I hate this when you can't tell what you're using. I think this is Love and Light. I don't like the fact they don't have the names of the eyeshadows printed on the actual palette in front of you. That would be not a bad thing. That's a bad thing for me, I mean. One thing I don't like. Anyways, I was told that it would be in my best interest if I went ahead and started trying to lose weight, because most surgeons who do back surgery won't touch you unless you're under a certain weight. And I was just like, what? So it's a motivator. That's a motivator that you don't have a choice to do. And sorry, I'm just being real open with y'all about this, because it's hard when you get told by your doctors that you have to lose weight, but then to be told that we may not be able to do this procedure because you're too heavy. It will be too great of a risk because of the recovery process. That's why. That's the whole reason. This is the recovery process. All right. I think that's pretty. I don't know if you can see, but it is pretty. I'm looking at my mirror, my jacked up mirror here. That's a pretty color. I'm glad I chose that color. So, needless to say, talking about motivation, to me that is an outside motivation that tells me you either do this and possibly get relief from your pain, one area of your pain, or you don't do it and be stuck living with your pain and potentially gain more weight because you're not able to move as much as you need to. So it's an outside motivation. Now, I'm sure maybe some of you have had things that have motivated you to have to do things more than you were wanting to do them. Like, oh, you're in a wedding or something and we already got your dress and they underestimated the size of the dress. So now you're like, I got to lose weight to fit this dress. I mean, stuff like that, you know. I know it's different levels, but what if it's internal? What if you have an internal thing that you need to do for yourself, that you want to do, that you really want to lose weight? And I do really want to lose weight. But that little factor that I shared with you kind of sealed the deal. But I knew that I was needing to lose some weight, and now it's like, I just really feel I need to do this. So, anyways, the thing about goals is initially when you have a super goal, is what we call them, and I've called them, and I've heard others call them that. That's your final, that's the big thing you want happen. So let's say you want to lose like 20 pounds, 30, 40. You want to lose 50 pounds, let's say. That's your super goal. But then it's difficult when you see that big of a goal in front of you. So then you have to back it down to figure out, how can I get to that goal? So you break it up into smaller goals. So instead of saying, I want to lose 50 pounds, even though you know that's your end result you want, I want to lose 10 pounds in 1 month, or in 2 months, I want to be down 10 pounds. If you don't want to lose the whole ton of weight fast, which is not bad either, you know. Then you break it down to that. Well, then you take that smaller goal and you come up with a game plan as to what and how you're going to lose that weight. Are you going to change your eating habits? And if so, what are you going to change them to? Are you going to do more exercise, go for more walks, if that's all you can do? You know, you have to break that smaller goal down. And you can even break it down from that. If you're going to change your eating, how? What foods are you going to change? So you can keep going down the line to the line. I mean, you don't have to, but it just makes that bigger goal more manageable if you can break it up. And so that's what I'm having to do for myself, is I'm trying to have to, you know, break up things a little bit so that it's not so so big. Even though I do have a big goal I want to lose, but I'm trying to break it up so I can say, okay, I've done this much, and if I do this, if I lose this amount of weight, my BMI will come down to this. If I lose this amount of weight, it'll come down to that. So I'm trying to break it up to where, okay, this is more of a achievable goal. So, you know, I just encourage you to do that. If it's a resolution or a goal, I prefer to call them goals because they're more realistic to me. I mean, we all know that resolutions, unless you really stick to them, a lot of times don't last. But if you have goals, they seem more achievable. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have a goal to buy a house by the end of the year, well, you have already started working on the process of it. And, you know, just that kind of view of it versus just doing a resolution. That's just my opinion. All right, so I'm done. I've done my crease and my eyelid. And now I am going to do my eyebrow. And let's see here. I'm trying to figure out what would be a good color to use. We can try this, do with this, like, it's like a champagne color, but it's called Good Vibes Only. That one I know is the name of that one. Okay. And this baby has fallout. I can just see I can just see it falling on my cheeks. So your takeaway from this is, if you're going to set a goal, break it down to more achievable goal, and then break that down to how you're going to do it. And I know this is something that probably everybody already knows, but for me, sometimes you just need a reminder or encouragement to do that. And I think I'm going to do one more here. I want wanted to see if I can make this a little bit darker in the end of it, because it needs something darker before I put this eyeliner on. I'm really trying, but I don't think, maybe if I did some of this other one here. The problem with these pastel ones, and I don't mind saying it, the problem with them is there's not a dark color in them, and that drives me. I don't care for that. Now, there is some darker colors and mauves in here that I can get to try to get some darker shading, I guess you could say. And there is some over here too, and I might use that. I'm really trying to see if I can get this to do like a darker corner in here. And I may just do this. This is a pink, really, really pink. I might give this a little bit of a different contrast in colors here. Okay. Sorry, I'm blocking my view. What can do with that? It's different. Okay, so I will be right back. I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner and my mascara and my brows real quick before. And I kind of tend to just go ahead and do it on my own because I don't want to like take up forever and waste your time doing it. But let me show you. This is new also from Too Faced, and it is their Too Faced Better Than Sex chocolate mascara, and it's a part of their chocolate. What do you want to say? Their chocolates. Can't think of the name of it. Well, I can't think of the name of it. Isn't that silly? It's the group of products that they have, the chocolate group of products they have. I don't know why I can't remember the name of it, but it's a part of that group. So it's the chocolate group, a part that is in Too Faced. Okay, I already have this one. This is the chocolate eyeliner, but they just came out with the chocolate mascara. Okay. Oh, the chocolate line of products within Too Faced. That's what we'll call it. I also wanted to show you real quick. Well, let me finish on this line. My brows will be from e.l.f. and from Urban Decay, of course. Okay. And I didn't get to show you this initially, but my cheeks, my blush, which I think is beautiful, is from Too Faced. It's also their line of blushes that goes with the Pinker collection, or Pinker Times Ahead collection. It's their pink, they have pink blushes and stuff, and their casing matches their color, and they're adorable. And I will tell you that this is supposed to smell like a tropical beach. Okay. And it smells like a tropical beach. And this is supposed to smell like cotton candy, this eye palette. I'm not quite sure if it's cotton candy, but it's pretty close. I'll give it a yes. There is a little hint of, you could smell the makeup, so that's why I'm like on the edge with it. But I will be right back in a snap. I'm back. So this is my eyes. Wanted to give you kind of a view of them. And I'll give you my review as well. Now, I do love Too Faced products. I know there's a lot of naysayers out there that are saying nayers. There's people out there that don't care for them too well. And I understand their view on it because they feel like the quality has went down. But I have kind of hope for them because they have switched some of their administrative people around. So I'm hoping maybe things are changing around for them. So that's my view on the company. But now this particular palette, I think it's beautiful. It's got a beautiful color story. If you're somebody that doesn't like to wear dark eyeshadows, this would be perfect for you. I mean, I'm wearing them and it looks beautiful. It makes my green eyes stand out. So I don't have any problem with that. I do wish they had a darker shade of brown in here, but that's just me. That's something I prefer. But I was able to work with the dark colors that they did have in this particular palette. And I think it's gorgeous, and I don't have any. Only really big complaint I do have about this is, and it's not just this particular palette, I've seen other palettes be like this as well, and it just bugs me, is that, yes, on the back of the palette, they do have the names of the eyeshadows, but on the inside, it's like they didn't do it. They didn't write any of the names on the eyeshadows. And that's, to me, is just a way of getting around having to do something. Maybe do it cheaply. I don't know. Because it is cardboard, but it's a thick, really thick cardboard. And it's got, magnetic closure on it. And I mean, it's a cute little pretty palette, but I just wish they would have printed the names on it. That's my only complaint. And like I said, they're not the only ones that haven't done that. Other companies have done that too. And it's just a way of being able to mass produce a product and not have to take the extra little detailing to put into it, and you can get it done quicker. That's my opinion. So, but it is a pretty palette. It's a pretty story. They did one similar to this. It's their La Femme collection, and it's the one with all the butterflies and stuff, and that is a pretty palette as well. This does smell like cotton candy, and the other one does have, I can't think of the smell of it, but it smelled really good, and they're very similar in colors as far as, but yet different, if that makes sense. They have a lot of lighter shades like this one does, but the textures of some of them are very different, and it's just a really beautiful palette. So is it worth the money? This goes for retail at $42, I believe. I guess so. If it was in the 30s, I would be even happier. At least it's not close to 50. I will say that. It would not be worth that. I think maybe they're finally listening to somebody because of the quality of their packaging. It's not like a tin packaging. So, I mean, it shouldn't be $50 if it's not. That's a big complaint of mine. But, of course, we all would love to have it cheaper than it is. So, that is my review of this. I love the chocolate mascara. I think it's beautiful. I don't even know if you can see it on my eyes, but I love it. I like it. It uplifts my, I don't even know if you can see it from this angle, but it uplifts my lashes. At least when I'm putting it on, it does that, and it looks good. And of course, I love the eyeliner that's in the same collection, the chocolate collection. That's only taken me half this time to really come up with the name of what it was. Sorry. Now, I do have a reason for being like that, okay? I do have a little bit of a brain deficit or whatever. I have problems coming up with the names of things. And that was from the result of my suicide attempt. So just overlook that. If I get like this, I try to come up with the name of it. And part of it too could be, as we get older, we have that issue as well. I'm not saying that that's not a possibility. But anyways, I think that's all I have to talk about is motivation, is, for your goals, and just being motivated initially to just get them done. But I wanted to at least kind of help you have an idea of how the process of doing a goal is. I mean, and it can apply to any goal, really. And so there's another thing that I just thought about too. And I can't think of the name of it either. I will come up with it. I'm going to write it down and tell you about that the next time we meet. Because it is also a way to be able to make a goal, to see it from the beginning to the end. But I can't think of the name of the actual guide to do it. And I don't want to, not give the name of it, because then you can actually go search for it and then try it on your own. So I will do that and have it ready for the next video lesson. And I also am thinking about going to 2 times a week. I know I've been doing 1 time a week, but I think I want to start doing it twice a week. And I may even come up with doing a live one of these days on a surprise night. That way you guys get a chance to talk to me in person in a way, and you can see that I'm a real person and get to know me. So that will be coming up unannounced at some point. I probably will announce it, um, but I won't tell you what day it's going to be on. It's just going to be a surprise night. But I am really considering going to twice a week. And I just feel like that might be better than just doing a once a week show. And I don't know. If you have any comments or anything suggestions, I would love to hear. This particular area, it's really, to me, it's not much you can do in this particular area as far as makeup and stuff. I mean, you kind of are in front of a camera doing your makeup or discussing makeup. I mean, I wish I could take it on the road and do something out here that's not like go to a makeup show or go like do things that maybe have to do with makeup but not necessarily makeup itself. So I may come up with a few things and try to be creative in doing that. Because I don't want to bore people. That's the thing. That would be the worst thing, is boring people with my talking. And I'm sure I do, because my voice can be kind of monotoned at times. And it's kind of low. So that makes it harder. So, I mean, I guess if you fall asleep to my video, at least you're getting some sleep. If anything, you know. So, anyways, so that's what I'm looking forward to trying to do. And I will just look for announcements to come out either on Facebook or on YouTube. I'll put on both if you watch it on Facebook or you watch it on YouTube. And other than that, I just hope you have a great week. And I'm so glad that you got to join me today. And it's been fun. And I'll have another palette I want to do next time that I just got in recently that was... I haven't really seen anybody do a review of it yet, and it might be because I haven't really had a chance to go watch a whole lot of reviews, but I think I want to do it this next coming episode. Anyways, everybody have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.